What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here to talk a little Sorare NBA. I'll be talking about the Monday through Thursday Sorare slate. While you're coming in, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. Stokastic is excited to be an authorized partner of Sorare, and one of the first places you will find a bonus offer for Sorare NBA. Sign up for a new Sorare NBA account using our link, and you'll get one free limited card after completing your first 5 card purchases on the primary market. It can be any kind of card. You can find the cheapest cards out there. Any 5 cards you buy, you'll get a free limited card. Limited cards are typically purchased in the marketplace or won as rewards for high placement in tournaments and help unlock the ability to participate in different tournaments. Getting a free limited card is a massive perk for signing up. The limited cards are one of 5,000 and tracked on the Ethereum blockchain, so you'll always know exactly how many cards are in circulation. In addition to getting a free limited card by signing up through Stokastic, you can also get great Sorare projections at Stokastic. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, how I'm using those projections to make lineups for this week in Sorare. But first, I want to show you how I have done in the past. So far, I've done pretty well using the Stokastic projections to make some Sorare lineups. I've played, I think, 4 contests, cashed in 3 of them. This past week, this is actually the first one that I did not cash, in part because I didn't make a lineup until it was late in the day. I was on a show and realized, oh no, I had not made a Sorare lineup yet. So basically just used 4 of the cards that I already had, and then I bought this Deshaun Nix to fit other players in there. So didn't make the best projected lineup that I could have if I'd spent a little bit more time on it, but just barely missed cashing in this one. However, I did cash in the previous one. I got approximately the same, or 8,600 or so entrants. I got 102nd place. So I won a rare card in that one. It was the first rare card I've ever won, and I saved it so I could open it here for you guys. So figured I'd show you some of the rewards you can win in these contests before going over the Sorare projections and how I'm going to be playing this slate. So I'm going to claim these rewards now. First one, I think I had won this one previously, so this is just a common card. Maybe I won this one the week prior. Scotty Barnes. All right, that's a cool one. And then I also won so here, this is gonna be my first ever rare card. It's a tier 3 because I got 102nd, so kind of an exciting prize there. Not sure what to expect from tier 3. All right, Terrence Mann. Not it's not Kawhi Leonard, but I'll take a Terrence Mann. Yeah, so this is a rare. It's numbered to 1,000. I mean, kind of all these cards are useful just because different weeks, different players are going to be the value guys you need to enter contests. I don't think I'm going to be playing the rare contest until I've won enough rare cards to start entering them for free. I don't think I'm going to be buying them on the marketplace. Obviously, they're a little bit more expensive than the limited cards, which is what I've been doing. I've been playing the limited contest. The cards are a little bit cheaper, but yeah, obviously, if you want to play the rare contest, you're a little bit more likely to win if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. But I'm just challenging myself a little bit, trying to win those in contests before I start playing the rare contest. So that's cool. I've got my first one there. Hopefully, one of these weeks I can win a tier 1 and really start making some nice rare lineups. But now I'm focusing on the limited contest. So today I'm going to be trying to make a limited champion contest. I'm not going to do it right now because I do want to wait and see kind of the way news breaks before I actually buy any new cards to play. But here are the Stokastic projections that I'll be using. As you can see here, you get value opening up anytime, similar to NBA DFS. Anytime there's an injury, or in this case, the Kyrie Irving trade has opened up some value on the Nets and the Mavericks. You can see Edmund Sumner, his last 10 average, just 9 fantasy points per game. We have him projected for 31.32 points. And he also has 3 games in this set. I don't know how many of those he's going to play for the Nets before Spencer Dinwiddie and the other guys get there. So we'll see how many games he has as a starter, but we're projecting him to be starting at least 1 game in this set. Maybe he'll get a couple to try and hit a nice value. And he only has a last 10 average of 9. And as you may recall, if you're not familiar with Sorare, the last 10 average is essentially a player's salary. You're trying to fit under a salary cap. I mean, I'm using incorrect words here, but kind of as an explanation. So the limited champ that I'm going to be playing, the cap on the last 10 averages of the players is 120. You choose 5 players. However, your player with the highest last 10 average doesn't count against your cap. They're called the MVP in your lineup. So one of your players is not going to count against this cap of 120. So you have to choose 4 other players to fit under the 120 cap. So, if you can get a guy like Edmund Sumner, who has the last 10 average of just 9, that's really nice. And you have 111 left over for your other 3 players. You can find some better players in there. So for this week, I think in general, this has been my approach. I'm going to be playing a very stars and scrubs approach. So I generally am taking 2 like superstar level players and then 1 kind of star level and 2 really cheap players. So I think Edmund Sumner is a guy that I'm really going to like here. Is just the last an average of 9, really going to fit under the salary cap nicely. Obviously, Jaden Hardy also benefited from the trade. He has the last an average of 7, projects really well. You can see the value column is just their projection minus the last an average. So it's essentially the value that you expect to get over what their salary is in the contest. So these are our 2 best values on the slate, and then Cam Thomas as well. Moving down to Trenton Watford, we've already seen him getting a boost from the Yusuf Nurkic injury. So a lot of players that are nice values here, but I don't want to make a lineup just yet, just because I know we might have more trades coming out today. We're already seeing news. Trey Jones was just ruled out. We're going to probably see an update from that. So we're going to see throughout the day, maybe other players will pick up some value. So I want to make my lineup after I know exactly what lineup pops out. If you're not familiar with this page, these stochastic projections, I'll go a little bit over it. So projection is just what we have a player projected for in their best game. So as you can see, Giannis has 2 games scheduled for Monday through Thursday. I talked to Alex about this. He informed me that the projection here is for the better of the 2 games. It's not just their first game. So we're already projecting out how many points a player is going to score in their best game over the period. You see all of our top players here have 2 games. There are some players with just 1 game, some players with 3 games. Obviously, the more games, the better, just because you have more opportunities to hit that upside, hit a high end of your projection. So this is just the raw projection here. Last 10 average, as I explained, that's just essentially a player's salary. It's based on, it's their, what it is their average score over their last 10 games, but it's also what is used essentially as their salary to fit under that salary cap of 110 to 120 generally. And then value is just projection minus last 10 average. So it's their value above what their essentially their salary getting into that lineup. And then L7 limited, rare, elite, that is just the basically the price of these cards. So I'm typically buying these limited cards. So you can see Giannis is 263, but you can get some of our, like if you look at our value guys, they're not very expensive. You can get, Edmund Sumner for $13, Jaden Hardy for $12. So, I've done the work of buying some of these. I've got a Giannis, I've got a Luka, Jokic. So I've got kind of my high end guys already, and that's kind of nice. I can just use those over and over, and 2 contests every week. That's pretty nice. And then I sometimes rotate in and out some of these value guys, but yeah, these are just the prices for the different levels of cards. For me, I'm focused on the limited, but obviously we have the prices for rares and elites recent sales as well. And then, as I showed you, the games just shows you how many games a player has in the period. More games, the better. Not because they're not cumulative. You don't get points for all 3 of Sumner's games, but you do get their best score from any one of those games. So more games is better, just because they have more of an opportunity to spike an upside. So I think what I'm going to be doing today is just looking at projection. I've already got a Giannis. Probably going to sneak that Giannis in there. I've already got a Jokic. I'll probably get that one in there as well. So that's going to cost 58 against my salary cap. Not a sure thing that I'll use that. I do have I've got an Ant as well. I've got some other kind of mid-range, higher end cards, but I'll probably at least start with Giannis and then one of my other higher end guys, probably Jokic, and then I'll mix in, some of these cheaper guys. I'm thinking about buying a DeMar DeRozan, just because that's really nice value for a mid-range play. I think I could get DeRozan in there and then fit in some of these value guys. Probably Sumner looks great. I mean, last an average of 9 with a projection of 31. Hard to find a value better than 22 points over your last an average. So I think I'm probably going to buy a Sumner as well, also relatively inexpensive. And then we'll see what else fits in there. So that's going to be my general approach: stars and scrubs, take a couple superstars, maybe a mid-range guy, and then a couple value plays. Whatever works salary wise under that 120 point limit for the limited champion contest that I am going to play. So that's going to be my approach. Hope you can win a tournament or, place well, maybe just behind me in one of these tournaments using this or a similar strategy. Good luck this week.